Hello everybody, I am Interact, this is Dead Cells, welcome back. We are still trying to do the freaking Cursed Sword achievement because we haven't gotten it yet. Because we got ripped off in that last run. We literally could not find a vendor for the life of us that would sell us a Cursed Sword. So, here we are, trying again. Rambling about random things, I guess. What am I gonna ramble about today? I don't know, dude. I finished Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, the second installment in the new, actually it might be the third installment, I think. I'm pretty sure it's the third installment in the new Wolfenstein series, or remake, or whatever. Overall pretty good, oh my god. Yes, I was looking for an ice bow. Overall, really good game. Quality, like, shooter. Has, like, a decent story for, you know, like a Wolfenstein game. Like, you wouldn't expect the best story in the world from something based on an id Software game. Because the early id Software stuff didn't even have stories. It was literally just go shoot some things. Haven't played Doom, though. I probably should play Doom. I've seen Doom. Like the Doom, what is it, 2016? It looked good, so. I've seen people play it, I've heard good things about it. I've seen like speedruns of it and whatnot. Some streams here and there. I'll probably pick that one up. If I want to play another single player shooter. But I mean, the story was pretty good, kind of just continues the themes from the other Wolfenstein game, The New Order. Continues those themes, has pretty much the same characters, some new characters as well, as is pretty typical. Advances that story. I mean, honestly, like, the graphics are good. It's a AAA game. I'm pretty sure it's AAA. It's a AAA game, and, like, you know, from whenever it's from. I'll do this because I think we're gonna want a lot of curse chests to help us get a little bit stronger and more gold to buy that curse sword. The graphics are good. The gameplay is pretty tight, pretty solid. It kind of supports. They have like different perks, and they support different styles of gameplay. Like stealthy. I think there's stealth, tactical, and I can't really remember what the other one is, but it's basically like, do you want to run and gun with, you know, dual wield big weapons? Do you want to play it sneaky and like get through the level without any enemies even noticing that you're there, or do you want to like play tactically with like aiming down sights, going for headshots, stuff like that? And they have more than just the perks in the game that support that, which is pretty cool. It kind of expands on the ideas from the first one in a good way. The gameplay, I mean, it's pretty solid through and through. Like, I don't have many complaints about it. It's a solid, it's a tight shooter, you know. The story actually, like, as I said, surprisingly good. The characterization of most of the characters is pretty good as well. Like, most of them have motivations and stick to them, which is a thing that I see in a lot of stories that bothers me. When you'll have a character that's set up as like wow, that's a really lucky pull. When you have a character that's set up as like being, you know, the good guy or whatever, like, oh, you know, they're unmistakably the good guy. How did I pull that? And then later on in the story, like, they stop being the good guy in a way that doesn't make sense. Like, you can do it in a way that makes sense, right? But if you do it in a way that doesn't make sense, it's just really confusing. And it's kind of like jarring, and you're like, well, I think these writers just kind of didn't know what they were doing. Everything kind of has like a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. All the characters. There's a lot of like random characters that I guess are just there for like world building. Whoa. That are just like, they're not nameless because they actually have names, but they're just kind of on your like main hub area. And they just exist to like show that there are in fact people there, which honestly I think is a good touch, because sometimes you'll have areas in games that just like, you're like, oh, it's a major city, and then there's like 3 people in it, and you're like, so what is so major about this city? There's no one that even lives here. Which is another pitfall of games. I mean, like, I understand why you would do that if you're making a game, because, like, you can't support having that many different, like, making a bunch of models is expensive, and is it really worth it, etc., etc. I think I do want that death orb, actually. Thankfully, they went through all the steps. Made a pretty good game. Gave it, like, a solid, I don't know, 7.5, I guess. Maybe an 8. I think it was better than the first one. The first one, the story felt pretty like average, you know? I think they really stepped up their game in terms of the story for this one. Because it did kind of a little bit of subversion, where it'd be like, you know, here's what would typically happen in the, you know, your old school action movie or whatever, from around the era that the original Wolfenstein came out. Escape from Castle Wolfenstein, I believe, was the first one. And then it kind of did the opposite. And kind of stuck to a more realistic approach. Like, there's a scene where, and I mean, I guess spoilers, really minor spoilers, it's pretty early on in the game. There's a scene where one character who's just like this kind of gangly white guy, conspiracy theorist, kind of, you know, conspiracy theorist nut, he thinks like aliens are involved and everything, he's also a lawyer apparently, and you get caught, and he comes to like be your lawyer, quote unquote, but he's really trying to like help you escape, right? You know, typical action movie, like, oh, everyone's outside waiting in the van, we're gonna bust you out, I'm gonna pretend that you're attacking me and the guards will come in and then we'll kill them, and then, you know, etc., like standard movie fare. And so he tries that, and the guard literally just like doesn't, like, I can't remember specifically what happens, but he's like gonna stab the guard in the back or something with like a little knife, and the guard like pretends to be like, oh my god, you've been attacked, you know, how can we help, etc., etc. And then from behind the door he just gets shot by another guard, because like that's what would happen. Like, you're pretty much a high profile terrorist, they're not gonna just like have one guard on you. And the game does a lot of stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, and you know, in your typical movie or action movie or feel-good story, like, yeah, they bust you out with like the A-team, and it just doesn't happen, like, because in reality that wouldn't happen. And I mean, I am talking about a game that's literally based on Nazis winning World War II with like ancient Jewish cult secret stuff from another dimension, but I'm praising it for sticking in reality, which I know sounds absurd, but it really does actually help a lot with the game, in terms of the story at least. Make it feel more real, which is good. And there's a few other things that I won't spoil, but are also very good. If you've ever seen the movie Brazil, they have a Brazil type moment that I think is really well executed. And honestly, probably one of my favorite things about that movie. The movie Brazil, that is. If you haven't seen Brazil, it's by one of the guys who was in Monty Python, I believe. It's an older film, I think from the 70s or the 80s, I want to say. It's a very good movie though. It's got oh man, who is the actor in it? I want to say it's like De Niro. It has someone that it feels really out of place to be in a movie like that. But he's there and it's just weird, but also kind of funny at the same time. It makes fun of a lot of like, it's basically set in like a totalitarian society where everything's like heavily censored, and I think the dude works at like the, I can't remember exactly what his job is, but it's basically to like, I think is it to censor mail? I believe he censors mail, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look up the plot to actually remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. So he's like, you know, a censor guy in the, I'm dead, wow. In the censorship department. And he's like, you know, going about his life, being happy about everything, kind of oblivious to what's going on. And then, you know, things happen. I think he falls in love with a girl, basically. And it starts breaking all the rules and stuff. And meets up with, like... I am taking so much just bad damage. Meets up with, like, this resistance force that's trying to, like, stop the government. But it does have a lot of, like... I guess I would probably classify it as, like, a... what is called a black comedy. Not my phrasing, not my terminology, but a black comedy or a dark comedy. In that it makes fun of, like, darker subject matters. Not in that it's Twitch chat trying to be hilarious by spamming an emote of Trihex's face. We're missing out on a single scroll. I think we want to go back for the scroll. But yeah, Brazil, I definitely recommend it. If you're into kind of like Monty Python, slightly absurdist, dystopian, I'm using a lot of adjectives type films. If you're into dark comedies at all. But I think it's definitely worth, oh my god, this affix is going to kill me. Literally. It's definitely worth watching. I think it's a little on the lengthy side. Even, you know, saying that as someone who enjoyed it, I still think it is a little lengthy at times. Things do kind of drag on. It's not a perfect film. But, I mean, honestly, is there a perfect film in existence? I would argue not. I mean, except for, you know, the new Sword Art Online movie, obviously that was flawless in its execution of everything. That's a joke, by the way. Don't crucify me, please. I haven't seen it. I don't live in Japan. I can't go see Japanese movies. It's one of those things that people really love to hate, though. Sword Art Online. I thought the show was like an interesting concept. Getting back to rambling about nonsensical stuff. I thought it was an interesting concept that failed after like 5 or 6 episodes. It was a really good setup, really good premise, and then the execution was not good towards the end. Which is sad, but I don't really like much of what the writer does anyways. His other stuff's kind of about the same. Where it's like, he has interesting concepts and just does not execute very well on them. But going back to Wolfenstein. Character's good, story good, graphics good, controls good, gunplay feels good. There's a lot of optional side stuff that I did a fair amount of it. It's they have nice little like side missions where you just like take out basically leaders in the Nazi Uber Commando. Probably, it's, you know, it's an actual German, like, they say it in German, so I'm probably, if you speak German, I'm sorry. That's what I'm trying to say here. Because I don't speak German. Some of them are short, some of them felt a little lengthy, but they are just side content, so you're not forced to do it. I thought it was fine. The plot is absurd enough to be a Wolfenstein game and not feel out of place, but still realistic enough to feel, or well written enough, I guess probably is better than saying realistic enough. Well written enough to feel not too, like, you don't roll your eyes at it, you know? I'll just do this. How about that? There are some nice little touches. Like there's a part in which you actually are posing as a movie star, and the director of the movie happens to be Hitler. And obviously, BJ Blazkowicz, you know, his like one main character point, if you will, is that he hates Nazis. So he goes along with it because he needs to for, you know, plot reasons. But you actually can just hit Hitler and kill him. Like, obviously, his guards take you out and you die instantly. But if you feel like it, you can just kill Hitler. He's like asleep on the floor, you just stomp his head in. Which I think was a nice touch. I did it a few times. Just for the record. Not like an excessive amount, but I... Wait, what? It freeze or burns enemies when I parry? Okay. I'll take it. I did it a few times just because it was cathartic. That was another thing that maybe... that came to my mind when I was playing the game. Do you think it's weird being a German voice actor and getting the role of Hitler in a game? Like, would that be weird? Or would you feel like... I don't think pride is the right word I want to use here. I mean, obviously that's like a big role. Any role where you're playing Hitler is probably going to be like a big part. Because he's like a major historical figure. But as a German person, is that like... Because I know it's pretty taboo to talk about the Second World War. At least I've heard that it's... I'm not entirely... Apologies for the dog. I'm not entirely certain, but I feel like it's taboo. I believe I've heard from sources that it's kind of that thing where they accept that it happened but want to separate themselves from it, because who wouldn't, honestly? You know, it's kind of like, I guess, slavery in the US. Maybe like the Vietnam War, I don't know. We still learn about it, but I don't know if it's viewed in such a positive light. But I wonder, you know, how that would make you feel being the voice actor for Hitler. And I know in the German version, they have to censor like a lot of the stuff related to Hitler. Like they can't call him Mein Führer, they call him like Mein... something else. They don't use the word Führer. Because apparently that is not... That is... I don't know if it's illegal or just highly frowned upon. But it's one of the two. It might be like extremely illegal, I'm not sure. 5-star-1, huh? Maybe we'll get rid of the flamethrower turret. I'll probably just stay at 1 turret. Well, there's a cursed sword. really don't want to take that into the Watcher fight. I don't know, if you're German, feel free to let me know. Is it, like, actually just straight up illegal to reference Hitler? Do you learn about it in school? Or is it like you learn about it, but it's like, this is a black stain on our history or whatever? And in the same vein, like, how is World War I handled? Because World War I wasn't the greatest thing for anyone involved, honestly. I feel like everyone kind of did some pretty garbage stuff in World War I. There was a lot of like chemical warfare and nonsense. That was not a great war. Although I guess it was like the greatest. What is it called? The greatest war, the war to end all wars. And then we had a second one, anyways. I guess I'll take damage near deployed skill. What am I missing that I normally take? Oh, the healing one, but I don't think I need the healing one, in all honesty. I want better weapons right now. And they like, I've seen the side-by-side comparison of the Hitler scene in the German version and the like international version. They have to like censor the mustache and stuff as well. Like, has he just ruined that mustache for anyone in Germany? Is it just like illegal to have that mustache? It might be. Alright, you know what, dude? Just give me what you got, please. Oh my god. I mean, I need the gold, basically, is what this comes down to. I don't know, is it illegal or just, like, highly frowned upon? Because I'm trying to think if there's anything, like, illegal to say or do, and I feel like the First Amendment kind of makes that impossible? But at the same time, there is, like, treason, so, like, obviously treason is illegal, and I believe treason can be stretched to define saying negative things about, like, is it like the president? No, it can't be the president, because people say negative things about Trump all the time. People say negative things about literally every president since I've been alive. I don't remember. Maybe it's treasonous to... I know it's treasonous to, like, give secrets to other countries, but I'm not a CIA operative, so I don't have to worry about that one. Thankfully. Or am I a CIA operative? Ooh. Good question. The answer is no. No, I am not. I'd be a pretty bad CIA operative. I'm, like, really squeamish. And then, in addition to that, like, I would break under pressure so quickly. They'd be like, they wouldn't even start the torture, and I'd be like, yeah, what do you want to know? Just don't stab me with pointy instruments or any of that nonsense. I'll just tell you whatever you want to know. What do you want to hear, dude? I'll give it to you. I'd make a terrible spy. I'll stick to playing one of video games. Thank you. Please don't chase me everywhere. They're gonna chase me everywhere. Oh my goodness, this is just awful. This is the worst thing that has ever happened. Ever. I hate these mushroom men. I hate everything about them. I hate the shovel. I actually don't hate the shovel. I just hate the fact that it's my only weapon right now. Yeah, these mushroom men need to leave me be. Okay. Where? My goodness. Where am I going, dude? How do I get down there? Over here? Yeah, okay, cool. Found the way to get down to the other mushroom man. to stop him from spiking me. I keep taking this, but I don't have a tactics weapon yet, so it feels kind of stupid. That just slows him down, huh? He defending something, Mushroom Man? Oh, he is. He's defending this bear. God. Dang it. Gosh dang it, Bobby. Well, I'm always interested in as how like other cultures handle things. Like I know a lot of cultures. I mean, I don't know. There's like no culture that doesn't have like bad parts of its history, right? Isn't that just human history? But how other cultures handle like the blemishes or whatever you want to call them. Whether, you know, do they just like outlaw it entirely or just not talk about it or openly talk about it but talk about how it wasn't a good thing. It's always interested me. I'm just interested in like different cultures in general and different social norms. Glad I didn't long dive that far. I see you, Mushroom Man. You cannot avoid me. Oh, I don't know if anyone from Germany watches this or not. I'd be interested to know, though. Because I feel like in America, at least, like World War II is kind of, I don't know if it's played up, but we kind of talk about how like we were the good guys all the time. I feel like we, maybe possibly dropped 2 nuclear bombs on Japan. Maybe. Kind of gloss over that fact. We don't actually gloss over it. We did talk about it in school, but like, it's not exactly something the quote-unquote good guys would do now, is it? And yes, I understand, like, you know, oh, that saved lives, as opposed to if we had invaded Japan, so many more people would have died. Yeah, sure, but like, we dropped nuclear bombs, dude. Like, it's not good. It's not a good thing to do. Should not feel proud of doing that. I don't think that anyone's proud of dropping nukes, but at least when in my school, whenever World War II was brought up, it was typically in like a, oh, we were part of the Allies and we helped defend the world from Nazis. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but it is kind of discussed in that light of us, you know, triumphing over great evil. I am running out of my sunny D's here. I guess I'll start taking some survival because my weapon scales on it, and like, this is a dead end? Are you kidding me right now? Where am I supposed to be going? Definitely right here. Right? Please, be the eggs. A weapon vendor, thank you. I would like a... maybe I shouldn't have rolled that. Crap. This is bad. I have to raise that much money, huh? Well, this is not great. Guess we're gonna go fight some enemies. How much damage does Ice Shock? Wow, it actually does a surprising amount. I thought it would be just kind of like a joke amount of damage, but it actually does like semi-decent damage. Cool. trying to raise like 9,000, 10,000 coins, gold. Is it gold? I'm pretty sure it's gold, right? Gold sounds right. Have fun down there. Alright, we gotta go back up. Hopefully we can find some stuff to recycle or something. I'm pretty sure we've skipped a lot of enemies over here. I'm actually gonna check what's down here. Just really briefly. Because I apparently did this slam rune on it and then never did anything else. Okay, so... no, there's no way that's gonna be better. No way at all. Okay, so there's at least like a large chunk of the gold that we're missing. I wish you could drop your weapons that you currently have. That is just a lot of enemies right there. Yeah. Electric whip. I mean, it scales with tactics, right? It's probably a stupid idea to take that as my main weapon. But, I know, you know, get over it. I guess. Actually, out of healing as well, so I'm excited by that prospect of being out of healing. Very exciting. I mean, the fact that it scales with tactics actually is helping out, like, a decent amount. Not as much as I would like it to. But it is doing, like, somewhat decent damage, as opposed to the shovel, which was not doing very good damage. I'm not gonna have enough money, am I? The thing is, like, I actually need to have enough money, because, I'm going into the Watcher fight, and I would really like to perfect the Watcher fight. And I don't think I'm going to be perfecting the Watcher fight with this setup right now. I am actually just out of things to kill, aren't I? That is impressive. I cannot believe... No, okay. I was like, I just don't believe that I've killed everything. Because I know myself. I skip a lot of stuff. Because it's garbage. Why would I not skip it? Also, why am I not using my turrets? Hubris is the answer to that question. Hubris, good SAT word. Still don't have enough money. Come on, man. Come on, Dead Cells, after all I've done for you. Is that a secret area over there? What is that? Like, you can see this area right here, right? Is there like a secret passage? I'm thinking there's a secret passage. So I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, also there's some stuff I missed. Nice. Yep, secret passage. There we go. That'll help the gold count. Maybe this secret has some gold in it too? Or a cake. That works too. I'll take the cake. Is this the right vendor? Nope, that's the skill vendor. Should have known when they had the shovel. The other guy has like a sword or something. I think I have enough gold now. Please have enough gold now. You've got to be kidding me. I am 50 short. Buddy. This is not where I want to be right now. Did I clear all of this out? I did, didn't I? I didn't miss like a single scorpion. Please? Single scorpion. I would love to have missed a singular scorpion. Oh boy. That feels really bad. Goodness. Stop. Stop. Come on. This is just gonna be the exit door. This cannot be happening. Back to the beginning. I already went back to the beginning, didn't I? That's just traps. This is awful. I apologize for this. This is just... Holy crap. I want this achievement to be done with, and it's not going to be done with if I'm using these weapons right now. Like, I just do not believe that these weapons will do enough damage to the Watcher to get me through the fight. Oh my god. In the pace that I want to be getting through the fight, there has to be something I've missed. Surely, like a single enemy somewhere. Literally any enemy will give me enough gold. Are you kidding me? Scorpion. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna have to fight the Watcher like this. What have I done to deserve this? Where did I go wrong in life? Have I actually full clear? He's done it. He's found an enemy or two. Look at that. Finally. I knew they were hidden somewhere. Why would they hide from me like this? Is it because they know the Divine Reckoning is coming? Alright, so that should be enough to buy the weapon now, so I can actually fight the boss with some amount of confidence that I'm not just going to get completely screwed over. We will swap these up and probably keep the electric whip? Oh my goodness, okay. Apologies for that taking actually 7 years to do. I hope you can get a refund on your life that you've lost. I sure hope I can. Alright. So I still won't feel very confident in this Watcher fight, but gotta do what I gotta do, right? And I gotta keep telling myself, at least you're making progress on the Foundry. So let's see here. We would like... I don't think there's anything that's going to help us on the actual fight. Actually, do we have any bleed or poison? We have burn. I'll just go with the alienation, because I'm gonna probably use it later to get more scrolls to get through the final boss and kill her easily without being defeated with the curse sword. Green attack, easy to dodge. Give me a red. This thing does not do very much damage. Sorry, here's when they start doing their sliding nonsense that always trips me up, so. Okay. I love that my dudes are trying to get through their door. Okay, final stage. Final part that could potentially end this achievement. Just play it smart, play it safe. You know the drill, you've done this a million times now. Come on, come on, keep it coming. Okay. Perfect. Don't you dare throw a bombardment at me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh my god, he's done it. Flawless victory. Thank you. At least we got one thing out of the way. My god. We walk away happy from this one at least. And yes, spending all that time was worth it. Oh, feels so good. Let me just cross that off the list, boys. Cursed Sword achievement is the only one to do. Or we've just beaten the game. And I'm just gonna start rapid fire, just hitting these things and putting points into them because I don't think I care anymore what order they go in. You're darn right you don't need that now because you just beat the Watcher without getting hit. They said it couldn't be done, but I did it anyways. No one actually said it couldn't be done, like that's straw man. Where is the baby boy? Or he must be dealt with. Now, for this to actually beat the final boss without getting hit as well, I think we're gonna need a few things. Probably slightly better turrets. Honestly, maybe a shield. Like, if I could get Ice Bow and a good shield, because I can't do that because I have to have, what's it called? I have to have Cursed Sword. So maybe just a good shield. Maybe I've been going about it wrong. Maybe I just need a shield to parry some of the attacks instead of trying to get cutesy with the Ice Bow and like freezing her. Maybe. Maybe that's my path to victory. Because I remember the first time I killed her, I believe I had a shield. And I parried a lot of those shurikens back at her, and that seemed to work really, really well. So maybe I've been going about it wrong. Maybe it's Cursed Sword and a shield. Or maybe I just turrets and cheese it like I've been doing. Okay. Obviously, we're just going to start. We're going to continue pumping stats into tactics. Just everything goes into tactics. Because I don't know that anyone would argue with me that it's the prevailing best strategy in the game right now. Because I'm pretty sure it's like unanimously considered the best strategy in the game right now. You don't have anything that I really want, so I'm just going to avoid you. This one seems to be slightly longer than the other slumbering sanctuaries we've run into recently. You know, give me ranged. Well, that would be nice. There's the button already. Wow. I didn't think I was that far through this, was I? Am I? Am I like way farther forward in this than I thought I was? Is this one even shorter than the last one? I thought the last one was super short. Maybe this one's even shorter. Oh yeah, because the treasure chest is still locked. Huh. And I didn't get the teleporter after it because I'm an idiot. Sweet. Backtracking. Man, I didn't think I was already done. Cool. I love this area, man. The music's a little subdued right now. Mostly because it just keeps playing shop music. But once it gets back to the jams, here we go. See, I don't like need an ice bow because it's one cell and I do plenty of damage with this frantic sword. It's just that it's nice to have because the CC helps a lot, especially on clock tower. Where the enemies are like very difficult if you don't have CC. I don't even need the turrets, honestly, like, that's just how much damage having an S weapon gives you at this stage in the game. And also, you know, having 14 points in tactics doesn't hurt either. So there's the clock tower exit. We're gonna get the teleporter and go back here. We still have more things to kill. Where's your training dummy boy? Yeah, that whip just tickles, dude. That whip's a joke. Well, it does spawn fighters, which is nice. But very minor in the grand scheme of things. So I think we just walk forward. Because we don't, oh yeah, okay. We still have enemies to fight as well. I do kind of wish that, oh, hello. Wow, what did I do to deserve this? Thanks, boys. I do kind of wish that there was some, like, red herring enemies. Like, there was, like, frozen statue things that didn't turn into enemies, just to kind of, so you didn't know, like, oh, there's gonna be one right here. Like, it was kind of like a, is this one gonna change? Is this one not gonna change? So, I mean, I kind of wish that they would do that, but, like, I understand not doing it as well. I just think it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe that was a dumb idea, because we wasted a lot of money now. Oh well. More scrolls. On Scrollio. %30 damage reduction is just kind of insane. Wow. Thank you for more gold, Mr. Kamikaze. Thank you for more gold, Mr. Wall Secret. Thank you for more gold, Mr. Golem. I feel like I'm not gonna like name names, but there are certain streamers that get a lot of subscribers and donations and whatnot. I feel like NL handles it well, where he does it all at the end. He doesn't like do it as it comes, because it feels like with a lot of the bigger streamers, they're literally just sitting there like, oh, and thanks blank for the donation, thanks blank for subscribing, and thanks blank. It's just like, it's just, they spend all stream thanking people. I think I have alienation for a reason, so I might as well take it. And it just kind of gets in the way of like the stream, at least to me. Now, this is my personal opinion. It kind of gets in the way, and I'm like, wow, okay, I wish you would do something other than just sit here and thank people. Like, obviously, it's nice that they're giving you money, and that's great. I'm sure that I would appreciate it if anyone did that for me, but spending your whole stream just thanking people is kind of not entertaining. Alright, curse lifted, thank you, alienation. There I go thanking things again. How dare I? I'm sure that I've heard other people lodge similar complaints. Which is why I do like how NL handles it, where he does it all at the end. I think that's a very good way of handling it. People still get their shout out if they want it, and it's not just 50-minute stream of him thanking people. I mean, I might as well raid. I could use. I have alienation. I could use the extra scrolls, and the extra money. So I might as well. I do, however, not want to go to Forgotten because I hate that place. So let's go Clock Tower. I feel like having a notification. Sorry, I'm drinking water. Having like a notification that pops up being like, thanks blank for the donation and thanks blank for subscribing and resubscribe. Like, I feel like that should be enough. But it doesn't seem to be for a lot of people. Because a lot of people will put in chat as well. Like, oh, you missed my donation or you missed my subscribe. And I'm like, yeah, maybe because they were playing a video game, dude. They weren't focused on the fact that you've donated them $5. Well, I'm sure they appreciate it. Like, they probably just also want to play the video game? Maybe I just don't understand because I'm not a streamer. Alright, thank you for being lifted, Curse, because I thought I was going to take some damage there. From this jerk over here shooting grenades at me. Like some kind of... Ow! Like some kind of grenade jerk. I'm gonna take a drink there. I don't think that's an unsippable amount of damage. Seems like a pretty sippable situation, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody. This meme is dead. Extremely old meme. If you don't know that meme, don't worry about it. It's honestly nothing worth even bothering yourself with. Wow, okay. Mid-swing. Ooh. I like those guys' fancy footwork, man. I do think that while I hate fighting them without some form of CC because they're honestly a nuisance, I do appreciate their design. I think they're very well designed. They feel appropriately scary for the area that they're in. Unlike these stupid bats. Stupid freak, I hate these bats. Just a random amount of gold, that's nice. That'll help us if we actually get a shop that will let us get our curse sword. Please be a shop. Can't believe you've done this. Ow. Get out of here, bat. Cursed sword. While I appreciate it, that's not the right tactics weapon. Don't do this again, please. Oh my god. It's gonna be like that, huh? So it's gonna be like that, huh? Oh! My goodness. Like, why are these bowmen even here? They're like a tier 1 enemy in a tier 7 area. What is going on? That was beyond stupid. I've actually never done anything that stupid before in my... Well, okay, that's not true, but it comes close. Am I missing something here? I didn't get the teleporter down here. I'm an idiot. This run right now is all sorts of stupid. Oh my goodness. I need to stop. I need to stop doing that. Because it's really dumb. You might think it's cool to play poorly. I would disagree. I actually don't know anyone that enjoys playing poorly. Or wants to play poorly. That was more just a joke. A bad joke? Absolutely. It's the only kind of joke I make. It's the only kind of jokes around these parts. Make sure to get the teleporter this time. There you go. Good job. I have 1 sip left. Feels bad, man. .png, because PNG is the best file format for images. If you're using anything other than PNG, please stop and start using PNGs. Thank you. This message brought to you by the Foundation for Increased PNG Usage. I'm gonna start getting some frame drops here due to that turret being down there. Alright, weapon shop. That has a cursed sword. Okay. This is the boss. Alright, there's no teleporter up here. I always forget that. So we need to explore to find a cursed sword. Please. I would like to 100%o with this game. Having 100% achievements would make me a very happy boy. Because it would be like... I'm gonna pass for now. Thank you for the offer, however. I thought I was gonna hit the spikes there. I was actually a little concerned. But then I didn't, and I was no longer concerned. Ooh. Yeah, the amount of spikes and traps in this area makes it kind of awkward to go for cursed chests. I mean, I still do it anyways sometimes. But it does make it a little more risky. There's a lot of stuff that will kill you instantly. Alright, cursed sword. You got me, right, my dude? Okay. We have the cursed sword, friends. It's there. We just need to raise the money for it, so please send in your donations now. Call our toll-free number. Why is there a spinner on this floor? To donate now. To the Cursed Sword Fund. And there's our money right there. But we're not going to buy it just yet. We need to make a safe way to a teleporter. There we go. Why am I continuing onwards? I'm done here. I'm done here. I have the boss room open. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Here goes nothing. Okay. Actually, honestly, since we have the cursed sword, we may as well grab this curse. It's like a very minor damage improvement. I mean, I guess it's 15% damage improvement. But it is a damage improvement, and we're going to die in one hit anyways. So I figured, why not? Here goes nothing. Literally, because like there's nothing on the line. I can just do this again as many times as I need to. We can afford to reset, and we might as well. So we want cooldown reduction, we want damage near, and probably this. Grab our sippy. Alright. You're not going to make the same mistake you made last time, where you just stood there and got hit like an idiot because you were trying to drink a health flask at full HP and heal yourself to get an invincibility. Instead, you're gonna play this smart and like a scaredy little boy and hide behind your turrets. And then you're gonna get this achievement, and then we're gonna be done with achievements forever. Until they add more achievements, I guess. Please. Why? I hate this achievement, dude. I'm just... Take that piece of paper. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, then you're a sadist. Feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for more in the future. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Maybe we can actually get this achievement out of the way one of these days. Goodbye.